What is up, folks? This is Zeracast, and welcome back to Minecraft. Alright, so as you can see over here, I've done some clearing. Now, it was actually available to see in the end of the last episode, but I didn't talk about it. That's because I didn't have any of the materials I needed at the time to finish it, so I just did a bunch of chopping down trees and clearing grass and all that kind of stuff, and just whatever. Um, I made it available for when I have what I need. Before we get to all that, we do need to talk about some things, though. And the first one is how important mufflers are. So you hear that faint, really high-pitched sound? All right, so let's go to upgrades and this obnoxious clicking. I'm just going to go with the clicking because the clicking isn't painful. Those are painful. All right, so upgrades, muffling. All right, now you're minding your own business, just kind of going around. Maybe you're building something, maybe you're working on machinery. And every couple seconds, you hear click, 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 click. Well, let's just say it gets really annoying. But quiet. It's so nice. But you could see as you're adding different upgrades how it, gets quieter and quieter and quieter. I thought with 3 instead of 4, it would be fine because I do like hearing machines. This one is so high pitched, it's actually really annoying me. I think I might have, yeah, I've got um, some more muffler upgrades. Let's go ahead and add one more. Now that high-pitched sound is out of my ears. I've still got 3 on this one. I'll decide later if I want to silence that one or not. But some of the machines are just obnoxious after you've heard them for a while. And when you're trying to, this isn't a ton. It's a good amount, don't get me wrong. But when you're trying to do a lot of materials, you just get tired of it. But yeah. So there's some more things that I need to take care of. I haven't gone down and mined out a bunch of Darkstone yet, which I need to do before we really get going. And I need to find some more diorite as well. I've actually got a decent amount in this chest and already completed. Actually, that's only like 3 stacks. But it's slowly being made into dolomite, and dolomite by itself isn't all that great, but once you change it into the dolomite bricks or this layered dolomite, which you guys have been looking at for a while now, or this chiseled dolomite, or any of a number of things, it's actually quite nice. And the nice thing about dolomite in particular is, well, you don't have to deal with diorite anymore. You can just automatically change it into dolomite and it becomes a nice block, because it wasn't before. I don't know. Maybe some of you like diorite. I've seen some decent builds out of it, but I don't like it. It's not my block of choice, that's for sure. But I'm going to go getting to some mining. I think if I go to my mine that's way off in the distance over there, or maybe if I can find my way down here, I think there's some areas of Darkstone. I didn't actually mine everything out down there in accordance with needing Darkstone and needing diorite. So maybe if I just journey around, I can find a bunch. Here's hoping, because otherwise we've got a long, long road. Okay, so I do have to say there's quite a bit of diorite down here. I was hoping I'd have an underground map here. But as you can see, I've just started. I started from Can I? Yeah, okay. I started over here in just this little area right here. I've gotten, you know, 2 stacks in a bit, and I've barely even dug all this out yet. There's still a bunch up there, so I should be able to find enough diorite down here, I imagine. And if there's at least as much darkstone down here, which the darkstone veins are huge. So when you can find them, you can get quite a bit from them. So hopefully I can find enough to really get going down here. This is my mine. I've got an elevator that takes me up here, but there's not really anything up here. There's a big ice biome over there. But, oh, well, hello. Oh, nope. See, and that's the other problem. I know I've complained about fire in the past. How, one, it lights you on fire. Like, you're the one that gets lit on fire, like just happened. And two, because of the damage ticks, if you hit at the moment that they take a tick of fire damage, then your arrows just bounce off and nothing happens. So, flame on a bow really sucks. But, yeah, in my opinion, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to be mining for a while and hope with me that I find some darkstone, if you would, because, oh, we need it. So, it's been all of like a minute since the last recording. I was mining out some stone so that I could bridge this across. And, oh hey, there's some darkstone down here. Would you look at that? So, hopefully this vein is big enough to supply us a decent amount. But even if it isn't, it's still very, very nice that we found it so incredibly easy. Like, this feels, I don't know, it feels a little too easy. I mean, I haven't even gone to the end of one of these yet, and I've already found a decent amount. I mean, 3.5 stacks of diorite, and I haven't gotten all that yet. So probably about 4 stacks of diorite and whatever darkstone that we've got down there. And I just started down here like 5 minutes ago, maybe. So I'm feeling a little bit more confident about it, because before I was like, well, I really hope that I can find enough to build the things that I want to build, because diorite isn't super common. It's not uncommon, but it's not super common. And darkstone, I'm not really that familiar with because I haven't played with it before. So I'm not sure exactly how common that one's going to be. But thankfully, it's actually fairly easy to find. Or at least, well, maybe I just got super lucky. But I mean, even just looking at my mini map over here, that light section looks like it's diorite. Over here, that looks like it might be diorite. I mean, it may be something else like marble, but I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about it. We'll see how I feel about it later. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I want to say something really quickly. Actually, 2 somethings, but mainly this. I love calamari, but that grosses me out. Does it make sense? No. But does it? Yeah. All right, and the other thing, which is far more useful to you and less strange comment from me, is that wooden storage crates are basically shulker boxes. So, you know, you can get them a lot earlier if you can get some creosote oil. Unfortunately, creosote's a pain in the butt, but they're worth it. So, you just pick them up, put them wherever you want. So I've got a lot of dolomite and a decent amount of blackstone, and I keep having to check myself and make sure that it's blackstone that I need and not darkstone, because they're both very similar, both in look and in name. but they're not the same. And I keep getting confused. So I'm going to go over there and try to work some stuff up. I am not sure exactly how at the moment, but I'm going to throw some stuff together and see if I can come up with something I like. I have a general idea, but as far as first buildings and stuff like that go, and roads and whatnot, work in progress. But anyway, I will see you guys as soon as I get something. See, I meant Darkstone, and I said Blackstone. At least I think I did. Does it have to be so close? I mean, really? Does it have to be? Oh, goodness. All right, so we've got a decent amount of dolomite. Not to even pull everything out of the chests in there, or the storage system. So we've got that box, and we've got that one, and we've got that of Darkstone, and that one. We've got a little bit of gilded Darkstone. I want a bunch of it, but unfortunately I can't craft that. We can craft one of them, but it's not the same. So we can't craft the Arcane Gilded Darkstone, which is ironically the one I want, but we can do the polished or, oh, you know what? I want to see, can we do this and get that one? No, we can't. Okay. Well, I had the quick thought. I was like, I know we're going to be able to put, get certain blocks out of doing this, but I wasn't sure if that one would be one of them, and it's not, which is really, really unfortunate. But we can make these by using the arcane golden nuggets, which unfortunately they're a little difficult to make. You need arcane crystal dust, which actually isn't that bad. That just takes this right here. I've got tons of arcane crystals, so that'd be easy to do. But it does take, I'm not even going to try that one. This, which is a little bit more complicated, I've killed a few phantoms, but I don't really spend a lot of time out at night. So I'd have to farm some of that up. Bone meal, I've got a few bones, not that many again. So, I could make a few of these just from what I have, but I don't really have much gunpowder because creepers don't bother me because of my boots. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have kitty slippers, which creepers avoid the wearer. I can just walk right past creepers. I don't even bother killing them because creepers are cute when they're not blowing your stuff up. So I haven't had any mishaps lately. I did at the beginning for some reason, but lately I haven't had any problems whatsoever. And even if you attack creepers, they run away from you. So I like creepers now. They're great. Anyway. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to work or not. I have gotten several Stella, I think that's what they're called, Stellarite pieces in mining. So let's do Stell. Yeah, I've gotten 15 at this point. So if you craft these into the Eternal Stella, then you can do one of two things. You can completely repair an item, or you can, which is probably what we're going to be doing for the most part, if I can ever remember to, or you can make an item into an unbreakable version, like so. In the smithing table, you can combine it, and it'll turn into an indestructible item. The problem is, if you do this, you can't enchant it. So, shears. Indestructible? Wouldn't that be perfect? And I've got tons of these orbs. So let's go ahead and try it. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to work. I haven't looked to see if shears are on there or not, but I do want to bring these Stella up just in case somebody knows about it. And, oh, this is the wrong thing anyway. And recommends that I use it and wonders why I haven't used it. So will it work? Yes, it will work. Indestructible shears. All right, so you can actually get other shears, but they're all with Botania. And unfortunately, Botania is a mod that we're probably not going to get to for a while. We are going to get into some other magic mods very soon, but Botania isn't one of them. Not yet. We will eventually, but not yet. All right. So, yeah. Indestructible shears. Sweet. Okay, so there's a couple things. One of them is I've done a good amount more exploring. I'm trying to remember what part of the maps I had explored before. I think it was like this, or like maybe this or something. So I filled out some more area over here. I've gathered a bunch of leaves and logs and stuff. I'll show you in a second. And explored over here. I'm looking for other biomes that I haven't run into yet, like this, I think it's magical forest or something like that, that we have down here. And I know there's some others, but I don't know off the top of my head what they are. The crag, I haven't found. What is Sacred Springs? There's several that have certain types of wood and all that kind of stuff that I would really like to get my hands on. But the reason I'm pulling this up, well, one is to show you what I've done, and two is to show you areas like this. I think down here, these areas, for some reason they almost crashed the game. I'm trying to think of what to call it. I mean, the mod pack, I guess, itself was just updated. The mod in particular that has these, but I don't know what it is. If it's Biomes of Plenty that's doing it, or if it's something that's adding another biome. But for some reason, these areas that are on fire are slowing the game down so much that it'll freeze for a few seconds, and then you'll have a few seconds in which you can run away from it, and then it'll freeze, and then, So if you have a way to get away from those, just do it. I mean, if you can teleport, if you can, I don't know, ender pearl away, if you can use waystones, anything you can do to get away from them, and then restart your game, and then you'll be okay. Because otherwise, it doesn't matter how far you get away from them. Your game is still just really messed up. So avoid those areas. I think there might be some that are over here too. Maybe this up here. I can't. No, that looks like something else. This, I guess it was. But yeah, just be careful, because I don't want you, having your saves just completely destroyed, because I was seriously worried about that. That happened in my last save. It wasn't because of these areas, but after all the work I put into my last save, yeah, I'm a little worried about that kind of thing. So I have done some harvesting. Oh, and I took my armor off. It's in here because it's making this horrible clanking sound that is just really annoying. So I'm not going to have my armor on unless I just, go out and do stuff where I actually need it. But I've done a good amount of farming I've got my oak leaves. I know I showed making the shears earlier. Darkwood leaves, birch leaves, really pretty much anything in that area that I could get my hands on. I've got a bunch of darkwood and rosewood. Well, I mean, I already had the rosewood, but I know I've got some more birch and oak that I didn't originally have. But we're getting to be in a better place on resources. It's, in my opinion, I'm still not in a great place. I have not really started on this area over here because I've actually changed my mind yet again on what I'm going to do with it. So I think what I've decided, and this is actually going to take me a little while because I've got to get a lot more resources than I have right now. This area out here is going to be like farmland and um, more windmills and villages and stuff like that that are going to support the main city, which is going to be over in that area. And you can actually see a little bit of what I haven't shown you, but you've probably noticed on the mini map or the map itself. um, and I think if I can, I'm almost walk, or thought I was going to walk off there. That big area that was going to make my main base, I think it's going to be too small. That's what happened with this and my changing of opinions. Like, this area is as big as it is, it's not going to be big enough to do what I wanted to do with it originally. So that's why this is going to get turned into like a smaller village area that has a bunch of farms and stuff. Another reason I'm doing that is because I need a bunch of farms and stuff. um, I'm running constantly into. Yeah, that's not going to be. I mean, I know it's big and that's going to be part of it, but that's not going to be the main city slash base. I constantly underestimate how big things actually are going to be when I start building them. And that's led to some fairly outrageous builds. But I don't know, it's fun doing stuff like that. But this area over here is going to basically support me in making all of that. And it's going to support, the actual city over there because everybody needs farmland and stuff like that to really support you. So everybody got to eat. I need to start setting up some mob farms and all sorts of stuff like that too. I really haven't done anywhere near what I need to get to work on that kind of thing. And I was going to make this area a lot more populated over here. And then I started realizing exactly what I needed to be able to do that. And this is a start. It's not much though. I mean, it's a good amount of dolomite, but I mean, let's be real. This kind of, was it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests? That's not going to last any time whatsoever. I'm going to burn through that just doing this area, like right here. Just this. I need more resources than what I have here. Now, I do have a good amount in the system in there, but it's not the right materials. So, I'm not even going to say between this episode and next because it's going to take me longer than that. I've got other things going on, so I need to be able to invest time into that, and I'm going to need time to invest into this. So we're going to start working on some other mods in the meantime while I collect resources. And, I'll get some building done on this over here. It's just not going to be a ton. So imagine up there, I'm probably going to make some kind of temple or something to the stars. It's not going to be anything special at the beginning, but I would really like to get into astral sorcery. I've been wanting to use that mod. I don't even know for how long. I feel like it's been years, and it probably has been for years. But I'm going to put it up there because that seems like a good place to build it. I don't know. I think I actually did mention it in one of the other segments for this. I don't want to get shut off. But I mentioned Hawaii and Big Island. And on Big Island, a bunch of the telescopes are sitting on top of volcanoes. So that's actually a really important place for the exploration of space from the ground. And actually, that's kind of been a controversial issue here recently. Well, I say recently, it kind of disappeared since we've been dealing with all the stuff we've been dealing with, the pandemic and everything else that's been going on. But yeah, Hawaii is really important for that sort of thing. And that's because, oh, got a little bit of freeze there. Um, Lack of light pollution and the fact that you have a really good view of the skies. So I know here in Alaska, it has been cloudy like 95% of days since I moved here. um, just where I live. Of course, that's not all of Alaska. Alaska's a very big place. But just where I live, and I'm like, I can't even see the stars. Um, it makes me sad. Um, it just does. But we're going to get into that next episode, I think. And there's all kinds of really cool things that you can build with it and different magics that you can use. So, yeah, I think it'll be good. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I've been rambling on for far too long, 10 minutes. I didn't plan on rambling for 10 minutes, but apparently that's what I've been doing. I hope you guys enjoyed despite that, or maybe in spite of that. So until next time, take it easy.